Hi, welcome back. It's time for the State of the Union part of my campaign update for today. It's part two. I am Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki, and if you're interested in finding out more about me and my campaign, it's Susan4USA.com. That's Susan, the number 4, USA.com. And I'm on all the different social medias, although my phone was stolen recently, so I can't get back into some of my accounts at the moment, but I hope to get back into some of them. But this is the most active one anyways, Facebook and YouTube. And now X is also one where I'm posting a lot more. So this is where you'll find the most updated information. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can get the information as soon as it comes out. And that's my pitch for now. So, the Union. Well, we got President Trump overseas for quite some time, and he is, promoting peace, bringing peace, encouraging peace, and so this is good. I'm happy he's doing that. Yeah, and I guess he's going to be negotiating with China, which, a lot of people are saying that tariffs are not a good thing. It wasn't a good thing to raise the tariffs, but I think it is, because soon we might even be at a place where we don't need income tax on certain levels of, certain people who make like under 100 or 200,000 a year. Maybe they don't have to pay taxes anymore because the tariffs are covering that tax money. So, I do believe that the tariffs are a good thing. We were being taken advantage of all over the planet. And so I fully agree with raising the tariffs. We are still not even at an advantage in most of our tariff dealings right now. We still are letting the other countries have better, most of the other countries have a better tariff trade-off. So we're charging less than what they're charging us. But soon, once we get, in like 2 years, once we really get U.S. products back working for U.S. people and really have a made in the USA product base, then we might want to renegotiate the tariffs again and demand that these other countries lower their tariffs so we can sell our products at a good price in their countries. And so this is, I think the tariff thing is good, what he's doing, and it would have been something I would have done. And I think also, we need to get our people working is what we need to do. And I heard that because of the tariffs, a certain amount of Chinese are unemployed now. So I will say this. I mean, I like China and, I respect China, but it's not the U.S.'s purpose to be the shoppers of the world. We don't have to shop in China all the time. And the Chinese have to get used to that. We are not here to purchase their products. We are here to live life. We are here to buy the products we want to buy. And we, as a people, the U.S. people have always been innovators. So we need to give our people opportunities to build the products here, made in the USA, made by U.S. people, and have our own little sort of sales project where the Chinese could buy made in America products. How many Chinese people do you think buy made in America products? Probably zero. I'm going to say zero. And so we need to change that. On the other hand, I do still also think it's important we need diversity is a good thing. And we were just way too global at one point. And, we don't need to be exporting all of what we do export is McDonald's. McDonald's is everywhere. And that's fine. But, we also do other things in the USA. So we don't have to just be exporting McDonald's. And, excuse me. We need to think about making good quality stuff here and getting it abroad. It's our time to be the product maker. We were once, and we lost that at some point, and then we shipped everything off to China and other countries overseas, and it's time to bring that back. But it's good to have also, when you go to the US, you want to feel like you're going to the USA. You don't want to feel like you're going to China, especially if you're Chinese. You want to feel like you've gone to another country. But if we kept that globalization that was going on, then everything was getting blurred, and you didn't know if you were in Switzerland or in Mexico or in Canada or in the USA. So, it's good to know what country you're in. And by building things and keeping them in your own country is one way of doing that. Celebrating your own people. It's USA first, in my opinion. And that's how it should be for all countries. The Chinese should be making things for China and not just to sell in the US products, in the US market. So, yeah. So, I'm good with the tariffs. They have the potential to bring in enough money where we can pay less taxes, which I don't know about you, but I welcome that. And what else? We didn't have any mass shootings recently. So, we had a couple over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think. But this last couple of days, it's been all right. We do have, we have had killings, though. And so this is still an epidemic here. And we need to work on that. But, my plan about trade schools and giving people purpose, and then getting them out working. With the advent of robots, life will be easier, but in some ways it'll be less easy in the short run, as people get fired from their jobs and won't have work. So we need to really consider that UBI now, Universal Basic Income. I really wasn't planning on it, and I'm still very pro. I'm pro-friendly capitalism. It's a term that I'm coining, and it means capitalism with some help, some support from the government. And I have some real ideas about how to support building like a community center in town, which doubles like a restaurant and a little motel, and it's run by the local town government. And it's a place where also moms can meet and have events and whatnot, and it's for the townspeople. And then with that would be like a shooting range too, like a National Guard shooting range in every town. And, anyone with a gun will have to show up there several times a year to prove that they're mentally okay and that they know how to use and keep their firearms safe. And we might even have to have inspections in the homes to make sure that they are that way. Then, because we still got so many people who are kids who get a gun from their father or mother, most likely the father, and then they shoot, you know. So this is not acceptable. But we need to move back to a town-based, community-based center. We've gotten too much into designer products. Designer is not always good. Designers are for profit. So, when you're dealing with home things, when you're dealing with day-to-day life, you don't want to constantly be figuring out, do I want to spend that extra money on a name brand or do I just want a good product? And so, by providing like a restaurant library type thing where kids and moms and the public can come and enjoy time together at a reasonable price, lunches and dinners and breakfast. And if you've got family coming in and you don't have room in your house, then maybe they can stay there. They have a few rooms there. And, it could be really a real community pulling together effort and town effort. So, it's time for something like this. It's the friendly part of my capitalism, and it's sort of also where I'm getting is a little bit UBI would be, as you know, I want to start a new branch of government called domestic tranquility, where women will get paid to be mothers and caregivers and supported by the government, because babies and old people can't really afford some of these things that they need for their living. And some of them are completely helpless. And then we have other people who are very capable, but there's no jobs in the town. So now we have this restaurant thing that is a potential job earner, maker, whatever, creator. And so we need people getting involved with the local government is what I'm saying. And that also includes the National Guard. So, I think we'll just have everybody sign up with the National Guard, and then we'll find places for everybody. The National Guard is not the Army or the Air Force that goes abroad. So it's a strictly defense unit in every state and for the whole United States. And it defends the border. So it's Border Patrol. It's all of the above. It's Coast Guard. It's everything combined. And there's work that needs to be done in the restaurant part. There's work that needs to be done in the shooting range to make sure everybody is mentally okay to have their weapons, and various other jobs in between. There's also hospitals, nurses, there's lawyers, there's courts, there's everything. So it's sort of like a country within a country kind of thing. And there's like the country, and then there's and then there's private things, then there's for-profit stuff. So the government does not work on a for-profit basis from the people. The government works at a caring for the people, providing what is needed for the people. That's the friendly part. Capitalism part is what you do on top of your other salary or whatever the case may be. And so it's a sort of flexible system. As you know, too, I want men, if they're fathers, to spend time with their children. So give them a day off, and then I want to rework the whole educational system. So there's a lot of things in the plan, and so it's it's all possible, and we just have to do it. So I guess what I need to do. I need to do still some things personally here, and then I need to write down these things and really get them out to you, because it seems I'm moving away from, or not away from, an additional job that I'm slowly getting is to be an influencer. So I already was an influencer back in 2019 when I wrote my green paper papers, and about running for president. So that was already when my influencing began. And then it's just sort of developed from there. And I feel like, I got a lot of important people listening to me. And so this is good. So I'm influencing, and things are getting done, even if I'm not the one doing them. So that's also good. So I have to get my ideas more concrete so I can present them to you, the people, the USA, so that we can really start moving forward. But I think this was a good one about the tariffs and about universal basic income and the fact that we've got robots coming. So more layoffs are planned. So, transition change is not easy, but you shouldn't always have to leave and go to a whole nother state, because opportunities are right where you are. We need you where you are. Don't run away. We need you in government. We need you in towns. So please stay and help your state, help your town, help your city. Okay? All right, so that's the State of the Union. I hope that this gets to the right people and that they listen to what I have to say and maybe do something. Okay, this is the end of part 2. Part 3 is coming up, the state of the world. And that's about it. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye for now.